Health Authority as Commander-in-Chief and vest the day-to-day operational command in the Chief of Defence Staff. When passed and assented to, qualified military lawyers will represent the armed forces in civil courts.
The bill upholds the supremacy of the Constitution and integrates fair hearing and due process into military justice.
Reports of boards of inquiry set off by military authorities should not serve as a basis for conviction. It violates the principles of nemo judice in causa sua. You cannot be a judge in your own cause.
Every cause should be entitled to be chief of army staff, or chief of air staff, or chief of defense staff.
There is a need to, as we evolve in our democracy, we also align all other laws, especially the armed forces.
Get the military, let them be involved in enacting the law so that we look at the authority of the CNC as well as the tradition of the military.
It passed second reading and referred to Committee on Defense, Army, Navy and Air Force. Also passed at second reading is the bill that seeks to compel government agencies to implement court judgments.
Government agencies have developed a reputation of non-compliance with judgments, especially monetary judgments.
Amending the Sheriffs and Civil Processes Law will bring justice closer to the people and make enforcement of judgments less cumbersome to litigants and court staffs alike.
That some of the fines that are there and some of the provisions that relate to administrative costs are actually outdated. And you have a situation in which litigants now have to fund the process themselves.
Bill that seeks establishment of a Chartered Institute of Revenue and Fiscal Management passed second reading. In another development, the Senate Committee on Public Accounts has commenced inquiry into collection and remittance of stamp duty charges across private and public entities.
Whatever these commercial banks are put together as revenue from stamp duty charged by the banks is or are supposed to be remitted to Central Bank of Nigeria.
The investigation, which commences in a couple of days, is targeting revenue collected on stamp duty from 2016 to 2024. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
The House of Representatives has directed the Federal Ministry of Education and the West African Examination Council, WAEC, to suspend the plan to hold computer-based examination next year and delay implementation till 2030. National Assembly correspondent Mitai Reikme reports that this resolution at Thursday's plenary was born out of apprehension among lawmakers that inadequate preparation may lead to mass failure.
Citing technical glitches in the 2025 WAEC results, lawmakers insist that the time is not ripe for computer-based examination, as many secondary schools nationwide lack requisite facilities. The House therefore kicked against forcing CBT on students without upgrading digital infrastructure through budgetary allocations.
It is wrong to start this policy now without adequate preparation. Computer-based examination requires fully furnished hall with functional computers, internet facility, constant electricity supply, be it from the national grid or standby generator.
This motion is referred to the Committees on Basic Education, Digital and Information Technology, Basic Examination Bodies.
Lawmakers also raised alarm over mounting refuse dumps and malfunctioning streetlights in parts of Abuja and environs.
Blockage of drainages and sewage systems and the pervasive darkness from dysfunctional streetlights.
Especially during rainy season. If you see the kind of hold-up caused by blockages of drainages.
Go to Gorimpa and see the filth. They have taken over the streets. Acknowledge and commend efforts that have been made and then make additional recommendations or suggestions on how to improve on what is on ground.
The Federal Ministry of Works was asked to include rehabilitation of Dikwa, Mafa, Maiduguri Road in the 2026 budget estimates to ease movement of commuters along that corridor.
The deteriorated state of Dikwa, Mafa, Maiduguri Road is being exploited by Boko Haram and insurgent groups to carry out attacks on commuters and security forces.
Lawmakers expressed worry over a recent hike in the price of fertilizers and other farm inputs, urging the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security to intervene.
A 50 kg bag of urea fertilizer is now selling at about 60,000 naira, which stakeholders have described as the highest in 10 decades.
The House received the reports of its Committee on Oceans and Fisheries to establish 3 institutions in Rivers and Lagos states for manpower development to support Nigeria's blue economy.
Together, yeah.
Meanwhile, the gale of defections in the House continues as 2 lawmakers from Kano State left the NNPP for the APC. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikben, NTA News.
The House of Representatives Committee on Livestock Development is investigating non-payment of compensation to the victims of the highly pathogenic avian influenza bird flu epidemic in Lagos and other states from the year 2011. Joshua Ogunjide reports that this resonates at the public hearing for the establishment of livestock development agencies in parts of the country.
Avian influenza broke out in the year 2006 in Kaduna and ravaged to 2011. The deadly virus also raised Lagos between 2015 and 2019. Within 2023 and 2024, there was a resurgence in the same Lagos, while Taraba State currently experienced the outbreak.
We should look at our infrastructure and public services in terms of water, feed supply chains, roads, electricity, extension services, and access to whatever we resolve to put in place.
Payment of compensation to victims of the highly pathogenic avian influenza bird flu epidemic in Lagos and other states of the Federation.
My family, they were affected, and the losses covered the cost education.
We compensated 135,596,316 naira. The number of beds that were depopulated being 116,757.
We say that the governing board should include representatives from livestock development, environment, finance, planning, NIAS, universities, and the private sector.
The event also sought a bill for an act to establish a National Grassland and Forage Fodder Production Research Institute, Guma Gamawa, and similar feudal colleges in Zaria, Kauje, Kusada, and Mani.
Establishing this institute is going to reduce this a lot. In fact, even eliminate it. We can have ranches where we can produce our food, our feeds. Our farmers don't have to travel all the way to look for feed for their farms. You have accommodation for the people that will work there. The community will provide it. Some will provide the food for them. Some will provide so many things. Multiply. Even the economy of the local government will change.
The submissions will position the establishment of these colleges as a veritable ground to produce the required manpower and technical know-how in the fledgling sector of the nation's economy. From the National Assembly, Joshua Ogunjide, NTA News.
This is a news desk at 3 on NTA News24. More reports after the break.
The final sale of the year is here. This festive season, enjoy extra savings on luxury and comfortable sofa sets, modern and functional dining sets, sophisticated and smart bed sets, and our royal collections. Classy, premium, and truly exclusive. Shop 10 million naira and receive a complimentary Daisy tea set. Spend 15 million and take home a 65-inch smart TV. Go higher at 20 million and experience unmatched comfort with our exclusive massage chair. Visit our showrooms in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu, or shop online. It's big, it's bold, it's unforgettable. It's Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to...
The only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness, great quality, and great taste. So eat healthy to live longer. Use Arisco tomato paste and products. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News24.
We're glad to have you back. Diabetes poses a major health challenge, but embracing a healthy lifestyle, experts say, can significantly improve well-being and control. They advocate balanced diets rich in whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins as crucial in regulating blood sugar levels. Lydia Sampson has more.
The guests emphasize routine exercise such as brisk walking or cycling, boosts insulin sensitivity and supports weight management, regular health checkups to ensure early detection and effective diabetes management, as well as preventing complications.
Useful to regularly check, probably annually, because that's the way you can identify the disease. This disease can stay in somebody's body for more than 10 years, 15 years, sometimes before it is diagnosed, because the body will try to accommodate that high amount of glucose. And it becomes a problem when the body is unable to cope with the stress, and that's when, some of these symptoms appear.
So one of the things I will say is a lot of people say diabetes is caused by sugar, which, there is some, as the doctor had said, there is some reality to it, but that's not the entire picture. So some people will tell you, oh no, I don't eat any sugar, which means I will not develop diabetes, which of course we know is a misconception, as there are so many different factors.
Adopting these lifestyle modifications, they insist, fosters improved energy, reduces risks of heart diseases, and enhances overall quality of life.
Waking first in the morning and having, water at room temperature, even if it is just a long glass full. Or if you can finish, the small bottle, it is good for you. Others, may choose to have, warm water with a dash of lemon in it as first thing in the morning, which is also very important because it helps to open up, the veins and help the circulation and all that.
Small, consistent changes today, they noted, can lead to lasting wellness, urging everyone to commit to healthier daily habits for optimal health outcomes. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Federal government is intensifying efforts to improve the collection and use of food and nutrition data as part of measures to combat malnutrition and promote healthy living among Nigerians. At a technical review meeting organized by the Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning in collaboration with Data Dent in Abuja, stakeholders emphasized the need for reliable and up-to-date data to guide policies and investments in the nutrition sector. Thomas Ogbetere tells us more.
The role that you play and, having the department now fully set up within the Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, it's a real milestone, and, we can see really good things happening as a result.
Nutrition expert Dr. Hidra Siekmans described the new framework under review as a significant step towards building a stronger data system that will support evidence-based planning.
Every sector has a role to play. And that doesn't just mean for implementation of activities, but it means for data collection, and for using the data that they gather to make a difference.
Stakeholders called for increased capacity building for government agencies to enhance how nutrition data are gathered, analyzed, and used, advocating collaboration among key sectors such as health, agriculture, education, and social protection to ensure that nutrition indicators are adequately selected in national plans and budgets.
This multi-sector data can be used to inform the policy makers. It is used for policy direction. It is used for targeting resources, and then many more. So in terms of planning, we just can't, have any efficient plan without data, because data speaks.
It gets them to get the right information for them to make the right decision for the benefit of the citizens of Nigeria.
Experts agree that with stronger data system, government and policymakers can make better informed decisions that will improve the well-being of citizens, especially children and other vulnerable groups. In Abuja, Thomas Ugbetere, NTA News.
Solutions for the Hydra-headed challenges of proper waste disposal in Nigeria may be underway as Nigeria joins forces with United Nations Environmental Program UNEP, UN Habitat, and Abuja Environmental Protection Board to review recommendations for legislative and institutional reforms for waste management sector in Nigeria. Correspondent Mina Daniels reports that this was made known during a two-day workshop in Abuja themed environmentally sound and safe waste management frameworks in Africa.
From heaps of refuse on city streets to growing challenges of plastic pollution, waste management remains one of Nigeria's pressing environmental concerns. National Environmental Standards Regulation and Enforcement Agency NEXRA breaks the jinx through cross-country partnership gathered to chart a new course with the inclusion of informal structures and workers in waste management, a pilot project soon to commence in Abuja.
I believe that this interaction opens a whole lot of gaps that we also still need to fill. As a waste picker, you can see a collector. As a collector, you can see a recycler. As a waste picker, you can see a banking facility for support.
NESRA, in collaboration with the United Nations Environmental Program under Montevideo Program V, is implementing a move that tallies with the federal government's commitment to promoting circular economy mode in Nigeria.
Nigeria generates over 32 million tons of solid waste annually, comprising a wide range of waste types. These waste streams pose distinct challenges and require tailored approaches for collection, treatment, and disposal.
To face significant challenges in managing waste, including inadequate infrastructure, insufficient funding, and lack of public awareness.
The two-day workshop on recommendation for legislative and institutional reforms for waste management sector in Nigeria is a much-needed platform for stakeholders to share experience, identify gaps, and provide actionable recommendations.
The need for sustainable and inclusive waste management system has never been more urgent. Together we can secure a cleaner, healthier, and more resilient future for generations to come.
As Nigeria continues to journey towards environmental sustainability, NESRA's latest move signals a renewed commitment to tackling waste not as a problem, but as an opportunity for innovation and economic growth. In Abuja, Mina Daniels, NTA News.
The National Park Service has entered into a Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) with the National Shea Products Association of Nigeria (NASPAN) to promote the sustainable collection and utilization of shea nuts within Nigeria's national parks. The agreement aims to reduce waste, promote conservation, and create employment opportunities for local communities. Suleiman Abdul Wahab has more.
Shea, derived from the note of the shea tree, is a vital resource for cosmetics, food, and medicine, supporting many livelihoods. By enabling responsible shea notes collection, The Memorandum of Understanding between the National Park Service and the National Shea Product Association of Nigeria, NASPAN, marks a major step towards sustainable resources use, reducing waste, and empowering local communities.
When you say conservation, you are referring to sustainable use of the resources. And how can the resources be used sustainably without allowing the people to play some roles?
The Conservator General of the National Park Service noted that large quantities of the shea notes in national parks often go to waste due to access restrictions.
Based on the MOU we have just signed with the National Association of Shea Product, I have made clear the modalities.
The nut being picked in the park is essentially organic. No farming activity is taking place in that way. Nobody plants out there in the wild. So, and then that is, if you are able to enter the parks, you see that there are a lot of nuts are just piling down. So we need to process, we need to add value to ensure that yes, we even create employment for the immediate community.
With the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding with the National Park Service, the Conservator General says members of the association will be permitted to enter only designated area to collect the notes responsibly without disturbing the natural ecosystem. In Abuja, Suleiman Tabu Abdul Wahab, NTA News.
And that concludes the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I'm Ikaria Clinton.